in Bakersfield, California. This is the Renegade Report.
And now your host is ready for his close-up, Francis Mayer.
Welcome to the Renegade Report. Oh, God. How dare I talk over such a beautiful song. I'm Francis Mayer, Sports Information Director for the greatest athletic department in the known universe, BC Athletics, and this is the Renegade Report, the only show that devotes so much time to such a worthy cause. Now, that was a BC fight song you heard over the intro, and the official statistician of BC Athletics, Steve Lynch, just asked me if I knew the words. And the chorus goes, we will fight.
The chorus.
At home. We will fight on the road. We will fight, ere we win or lose. We will fight when we go.
Oh, but what's the verses? What
like you got it. Yeah.
It's something that was written in 1940. And it sounds like it was written by, the Grantland or something, Grantland Rice. It's real.
You just start yelling real loud and mumbling, just cheering, just going.
That's
right?
what I do at concerts.
Create energy.
That's cracks me up because the fight songs are a lot of them antiquated. Michigan's fight song still says Champions of the West because the school's so old that it was part of the Western United States when the college was founded.
Times have changed. Yeah, exactly. That I don't think anybody would consider Michigan westerly.
It's in the Eastern time zone, by the way, but
I did not know that. Well,
went to Detroit 2 years ago. So.
And Detroit, you can afford a house there super cheap. If things aren't working out for you right now in Kern County's increasingly depressed economy, you could always go to Detroit and get a house for $400. No, really. I think they'll pay you in some instances.
It's worth every penny, too, from what I saw.
Well, there you every bit of that 400. Yes. Well, that's nice. Okay, we've completely digressed. Today on the show, we have somebody who's become it stepped right into the fold. And Coach Zach, to be quite honest, it feels like you were a missing piece. Coach Zach Peters is our strength coach at Bakersfield College, and Steve, a lot of really cool things have happened on campus this year. We had a historic combination of generosity between the community and between the foundation. And now we have this world-class weight training facility, and then we got to plug Coach Peters right into it. And, Coach, you didn't just fall off the turnip truck. You came to us from one of the most prestigious athletic departments on the West Coast. I mean, of course, besides BC.
That's it, yeah.
Where did you come from?
Thank you. Yeah, I spent the last 3 years with the UCLA football team, training with them. I started as an intern, worked my way up. They liked what I did, so I finished as a GA, got my master's with them, and was lucky enough to come back home and work here at BC now.
Oh, and we're really, really glad to have you. And you're another one of those guys who started out as an athlete, and now you have a job in athletics.
Certainly. Dream come true.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. I mean, I pinch myself every day. But, Coach Zach, let's go back to high school for a minute. You didn't just know instantly that this is how you were going to make your professional life. Tell me about how you were in high school. Were you a real focused guy? Were you an athlete?
Certainly. I was lucky enough to, I'm originally, from here, Shafter High. I was a Shafter High grad of 04. So
the Generals.
That's exactly right. But I'm a Valley guy from a small town. Early on, my parents exposed me to athletics. I was playing all sorts of sports early on and got to high school and really fell in love with football and so kind of followed that path. I honestly didn't even think about college until sophomore, junior year. I was thinking, okay, I'm decent at this. I never thought about the NFL. I just loved what I did. Finally got an opportunity. I went out to Tabor College, a small NAIA school in Kansas, but they gave me an opportunity to play college ball, go to a college, get my degree, and continue down this path of athletics that I had, fell in love with. And so I was just lucky enough to keep following that, chasing dreams.
And you took advantage of all kinds of opportunities along the way, though, and you were open-minded. We had a Christmas party this year, a holiday party, I think it was.
That's right.
And we played a little game, Steve Lynch, where we gave facts about different staff members, and we had to guess who it was. And folks actually thought that Zach's story was mine. I, however, was never a male cheerleader at a college. So, Zach, that was part of your story at Tabor.
That's right. You're building the whole athletic foundation, right? It's not an easy thing lifting up cheerleaders and finding the balance and the strengths to do so. So, yeah, I was able to, cheerleading was a second thought. It was just kind of, I was able to go and play football, and then all of a sudden football ended, and and someone came knocking on my door and said, "Hey, we'd like you to join the cheerleading team, and we'll give you a partial scholarship on top of what you're doing. And what do you think?" And so I was able to do that during basketball season.
Hang out with pretty women.
That's exactly it.
Get more scholarship money. That must have been just a real tough decision.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, certainly you get people laughing about it, but hey, I loved it. That was college. You enjoy those times, take advantage of different opportunities, stay busy, especially out there in Kansas. There's very little to do.
I think people only laugh because you're a very masculine dude. I mean, you're very physically fit, and I know that you compete in powerlifting now. And like if I was the fitness coach, people would be like, "Shut up! You clearly don't know how to get this team in shape. Like you're a mess." But you're very fit, and I know that you're always training and working out. And it's just funny because cheerleading isn't something that like a lot of male athletes or physically fit guys would say, "Hey, that's something I get scholarship money for." But that is legit.
Yes, just another one of those athletic opportunities that are out there. It's just there's so many different opportunities, and not only the various opportunities throughout the whole wide world of sports, but there's those life lessons, those things that you learn that you take on. Those just being an adult, being able to in college we talk about time management. Well, you go and you play football for a quarter or semester, and then you go to this and you do that, and it just helps to build you as an all-around person, but also, continue to dive into what you love, being active and athletic. So it just worked.
And speaking of time management, I don't want to name any names, and it doesn't happen very often because we have very high-caliber athletes at Bakersfield College. And I think when people come onto our campus, they start to expect more of themselves right away. They see the facilities, they see the uniforms, the Renegade Red, the tradition. I mean, we've been around for a really long time, and they want to do better. But Coach, when you were at UCLA, you had a special way of managing the time of your athletes, didn't you?
Yeah, we monitored every second of their day.
But you're every tick, tick, tick,
yes.
tick, tick.
Yeah. Me as an intern and a GA, I had an app on my phone where I was able to look up every athlete on my team and see where they were at that particular time of the day. And even in their room, not specifically, there's not a time on there that says, okay, now you're in your room, but there's specific to the minute. Practice would end at 47, then we'd be out, you'd have 3 minutes to dress in your back end where we start at 50. We start our lift warm up at 50. We know the lift works 50 minutes, so then they got 5 minutes to change. We know it takes 7 minutes to get to the food hall, so then we'll give them 10 minutes. You got to be at food hall to check in. Then you got food. You got 20 minutes to eat. Then we know your class, which is 10 minutes away, so we give you 15 minutes to get to class. Everything from start to finish is monitored. And that's what, as you get deeper into the world of athletics and the higher and the greater you get, the more we need to monitor those things. And it's not trying to get in and control, but it's trying to go in and facilitate, right? We want to facilitate your greatness. I'm a big believer in when you come into the weight room every day and train with me or out on the field, I expect greatness, but to do so, I'm going to set you up for success. You're going to know my exact expectations. You're going to know how to go about it. We're going to take time to teach at the early points, right? We're going to have some teaching time. But beyond that, once we go beyond that, what's expected. You as the adult athlete, right? We're college athletes now. It's up to you to now step in and take control because this is your dream at the end of the day. As a coach, we just facilitate. And that's what we want to do.
And you do a great job of that, by the way. I mean, we've seen results already. We've had people on the women's basketball team whose parents say, "I've never seen my kid move this fast." I mean, she's more explosive, and that's awesome. It's great to see return on investment like that. But, Coach, you talk about the deeper you get into athletics, or really any pursuit, the more valuable each minute in the day becomes. And when you are expecting more of yourself, you are doing more, and you don't have time to dawdle.
No.
You don't have spare minutes or hours even lying around in your day.
Certainly.
And, we could all stand to do better at that. I mean, you're inspiring me right now, but that's what good coaches do. But it wasn't exactly like a direct path to being totally squared away. You've learned a lot of things on the way to coming here to us at BC. What was it like when you graduated from Tabor? And did you have some direction at that point? What was next?
To be honest, I didn't. I was lucky in that I went to a school that had I majored in strength training and conditioning. I got there, I had no idea what I was going to major in. I just looked in the book, saw this. Oh, this is really cool. I'm in athletics. I get to learn about the weight room. Hey, this is awesome. I got home, and it can be very difficult, as we all know, to find a job. I got home and So I had to work. I was kind of sitting at home, twiddling my thumbs. I got a job as a personal trainer, but I knew I could do more. So I wanted to keep working. So I found Fresno Pacific here, just up the road a little bit. They had a kinesiology master's program. So I decided to enroll and go for it. That was at a time, too, when honestly my grades academically in college, my undergrad, were not very good. I just kind of went and played and had fun. And all of a sudden I came home and I didn't have a great GPA. And I started to look to the next level. And all of a sudden there's not many... I had to go out and find something. So I decided to pursue this. What I wanted to do was coach at the college level, and I knew that I was going to have to do more. If I didn't, I was going to go down another road that I didn't really want to do. So I bared down. I decided to get that. I graduated with a great GPA. I believe that almost anybody can, pass these classes. You got so many teachers and professors on campus, especially at BC, that want to see you succeed. We have the support system around. You just have to make the decision that you're willing to do the work. And that's academically, athletically, that's in life, that's going to your job. Is putting food on the table. So it's something that it's hard to learn at first. It takes a little bit of time, right? I got home and I was, what am I going to do now? I'm going to actually go for it. So I went for it.
And when we talk about that, because, I was a guy, you were a guy, but I'm just not smart enough. I'm not school smart.
Yeah.
We hear all those excuses. Yep. But I think, like in Steve Lynch, you were at a 4-year school. You've been around athletes your entire life. You're an athlete yourself. I think we know that there's some common denominators when it comes to guys who either are academically ineligible or fail to get their degree. And for me, what I've observed is class attendance.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You see guys who are always around the department, and you're like, when are you in class?
Yep.
You got to go to class to succeed, right?
Yep.
What are some other common denominators of guys, like you said, if you believe anybody can succeed? What are some of the things that people do that lead them down the path of failure academically?
You said it, first of all, attendance. You got to come and participate. That's athletics or academics. Number 2, be on time. There's so many people who are 5, 6, 7 minutes late. That's a big deal, right? If you go to your job and you're a normal job, whatever it is you choose to do in your profession, you're a few minutes late, you're the guy that now your boss or your coach or your teacher automatically goes to a nose and associates you with that. Just show up on time. On time. Get up a little bit earlier, get some breakfast in you, get there on time. It shows a big dedication to yourself. I'm the guy that's on time. I'm the guy that always shows up. I'm dependable. Beyond anything else, right? We know you have we'll bring this concept to athletics, right? We have these incredible, I call them genetic freaks. There's people that are just skilled. And there's sometimes the people that kind of let us down, right? They'll come in, they show up for a few plays, and then all of a sudden they take a play off. Maybe we get frustrated. Maybe this happens. That's perfectly fine. But whether it be athletics or academics, if you're the guy that's dependable, you're the girl that's dependable, you're there every day, you're somebody that we can lean on, that you can be one of our supporting legs. That's what's important. Every down guy, just somebody that's going to line up, do your job. It's one after one after one, and we create a big force to reckon with there. Whether again athletics or academics, I think those are major concepts.
I think you're absolutely correct. We're going to talk about some athletes, some sports, and some strategies. I know you're not a fan of fitness. You do strength and conditioning, right?
That's right.
No fitness.
Fitness is different. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Right now, we're going to cut to commercial, but when we come back, more with Coach Zach Peters on the Renegade Report.